Have you ever wondered why the exact same cancer treatment can be a total lifesaver for one person, but have almost no effect on another? Well, today we're diving into a revolutionary shift in cancer care that's finally answering that question, especially when it comes to young adults. We're moving way beyond that old one-size-fits-all model to something much, much more personal and precise.
So before we jump into all the really groundbreaking stuff, let's just get a quick baseline. Oncology, it's simply the medical field that's all about studying and treating tumors. Easy enough, right? Good. But here's the word that changes everything: precision. And believe me, it is not just a buzzword. It's a whole new way of thinking about how we fight this disease. So what exactly makes this new approach so different? Let's get into it. Okay, so here's our game plan. We're going to start in the past, with that one-size-fits-all era. Then we'll get to the DNA revolution that honestly turned everything on its head. We'll even do a little old school versus new school comparison. And you'll see exactly why this personalized future is such a game changer for young adults facing cancer. Right. Let's take a step back in time. Let's talk about what's known as standard care. Because for a long, long time, this was really the only playbook doctors had. Think of standard cancer treatment like one of those one-size-fits-all jackets. You know the kind. For some people, it's a perfect fit. But for a lot of others, it's either too loose or too tight. It just doesn't give them the protection they really need. It was all a numbers game, just hoping that standard approach would work for most people. The old school arsenal was powerful, for sure, but it was also kind of blunt. We had surgery, which is the most direct approach, right? Just cut the tumor out. Then you had radiation, which is like a focused blast of energy to destroy cancer cells. And of course, chemotherapy, a chemical blitz designed to wipe out any rapidly dividing cell in the body, whether it's cancerous or not. I mean, these were our best weapons, but they often came with some serious collateral damage. But then, as science got better and better, a new question started to bubble up, and it was one that would change everything. Instead of just asking where the cancer is, researchers began to ask why. And this little shift in perspective, it sparked a revolution. And it all started with our DNA. For decades, doctors were staring at this incredibly frustrating mystery. It was a puzzle that played out in hospitals all over the world, and it left them just searching for answers. Just imagine this. Two young people both diagnosed with the very same type of leukemia. They get the exact same treatment protocol, down to the last drop. And yet one of them goes into remission while the other's health just keeps getting worse. Why? I mean, this wasn't just some academic question. It was literally a matter of life and death. And then, the breakthrough. The answer wasn't about the type of cancer after all. It was hidden inside the cancer's own DNA. Scientists figured out that every single tumor has its own unique genetic fingerprint, a specific glitch, you could say, that's fueling its growth. And this? Well, this changed everything. This incredible discovery just blew the doors open to a brand new era. So forget that one-size-fits-all jacket. Now, we could actually create a treatment that's perfectly tailored to the individual. And that is the core idea behind precision oncology. So how does this actually work? Well, it all starts with something called genomic profiling. Think of it like running a high-tech diagnostic scan on the tumor's DNA. Scientists take a tiny sample and analyze it to pinpoint the exact genetic glitch that's making the cancer grow. Here's a really great way to think about it. The cancer's genetic mutation is like a totally unique lock. Genomic profiling is how we find that lock. Then, scientists can design a drug that acts as the perfect key. This key fits right into that lock, and it triggers the cancer cell to self-destruct, all while leaving the healthy cells pretty much untouched. So let's put the old way and the new way right next to each other, head to head. You'll see, the difference is just night and day. Okay, let's break this down. Standard care strategy, one size fits all. Precision oncology, completely custom tailored. The focus is different too. Standard care is all about where the cancer is. Precision oncology asks a smarter question: what is actually driving the cancer? This leads to a massive difference in the weapon you use. Standard care, like chemo, is general. It kills all fast-growing cells. Precision oncology is like a scalpel. It's specific, targeting only the markers on cancer cells. And the result? You often get way fewer off-target side effects because you're leaving healthy cells alone. So the goal itself shifts from just finding a general cure for the group to finding the right drug for the right person. It's a huge, huge difference. So why is all of this especially important for adolescents and young adults, or as they're often called, AYAs? Well, the reality is, if you're between the ages of 15 and 39, your body is in a pretty unique stage of life. You're not a kid anymore, but you're not an older adult either. And the cancers that show up during this time can be biologically very different and sometimes even more aggressive. So a tailored approach isn't just a nice to have, it's absolutely essential. And this is really where the hope is. For so many of the rare cancers that affect young people, that old toolbox was almost empty. Precision oncology is changing that, one discovery at a time. It's building a future where being diagnosed with a rare cancer doesn't have to mean you're out of options.
When you boil it all down, it comes back to this one powerful idea: the right drug for the right person. We're moving from a world of averages to a world of individuals. A world where your treatment can be as unique as your own DNA. The future of cancer care isn't just about being stronger, it's about being smarter. It's personal.